Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna have a new video series and let's see whether you guys like this or not. Please thumb up the video if you like it, comment down below if there's anything that you would make suggestions for. So it's going to be about beauty and makeup empties. So the intention is, as the name suggests, to give my personal review, opinions, perspectives, tips, and cautions about beauty and makeup items that I have purchased from luxury brands or even from other brands, but I think is worth mentioning so that I could share my experience with everyone, and perhaps it would serve as a guide for viewers to consider whether it's worth the splurge or whether it is something to run away from and not be tempted into. Now I have two products for this video because I do actually use up my makeup and beauty items. The video is not going to be too frequent. It's really just going to be whenever I have, one or two products that I've used up completely, so that I could give you my honest opinion. I'm not sponsored by anyone, very small YouTube channel. It's really just about me sharing information and also doing a little bit of creativity in my spare time. Now, two items I have today. One is probably an item that I've featured a couple of times in my channel already, and is the Dior Cream Apricot, which is a nail and cuticle cream, which is yeah, there you go. So it's a strengthening nail care. Has an expiry date of 12 months after opening. I love this cuticle cream. As you can see, the state of my cuticles, I've removed all my nail polish. The state of my cuticles are a lot better than when I first started using these nail products. I have like regrown most of my cuticle nail skin. Now sometimes I still do get these splinters. It's just the way it is, because I've actually, yeah, as part of my job in healthcare, I do need to wash my hands quite frequently. So yeah, very impressed with this. So no surprise that I have completely used it up. Now the packaging, it's very gorgeous when you leave it at the bedside table, and you know, the amount of product is, I would say, pretty generous. It's got 8 grams, so this lasted me sort of 3 months roughly with nightly application. I only use it once at night, because that's the only time when I get to actually do that. Sorry, it's looking a bit disgusting, but you know, keeping it real, that's how it looks like once you start using the product. So you do get a little kind of, you know, a lid within the lid to keep the items clean. I managed, it was cleaner before I kind of, you know, left the empty bottle aside for filming this, but as you can see, the texture, it's cream-like texture. Still a bit of product, I can use it now. It smells delicious, really does smell apricot, and yeah, and once you apply it, go to bed, so I don't need to wash my hands again and wash off the products, and it really does moisturize the cuticle quite well. So is it going to be a repeat buy? Absolutely. Have I bought a repeat yet? Not quite. And that's because I love to try all the different products or not all of them, but at least a couple of products that's available before I kind of commit to a constant repeat buy, because I'm just curious. So I'm currently trying this other Dior Huile Apricot. So it's another, it's a serum, cuticle serum. Now, it's got 7.5 mils of product in there. Doesn't really have the opening expiry sort of amount, time frame written on the bottle. And I think I threw out the packaging, so I'm not too sure. But it probably doesn't really matter because there's not a whole lot of product in there really. And it's got a little brush and you squeeze it out and then you kind of, oops, a little bit too much there. And then you kind of, you know, do that across the cuticle. What do I think of it? I don't think it's as good as this one, to be honest. It still has a little bit of a scent, that apricot scent. It's not as strong as the cream. And the texture of the serum feels a little bit oily, which I don't mind because I am applying it at the end of the day. But I don't find it as moisturizing and as this jar there. And I do find it less convenient to apply, you know, having to squeeze it out and then apply. And again, much like the Chanel cuticle serum oil that I've talked about in my previous videos, it's a bit clunky. I mean, this is easier to squeeze than the Chanel tube, but I just find it, you know, a bit clunky that there's multi-steps to it. And for me, yeah, at the end of the day, before I go to bed, I really want no fuss. So, you know, and the importance of any skincare products is consistency. And if I find it a bit clunky to use, I'm not going to be consistent about it eventually. So, after I finish this, I think I will stick with this Dior Apricot cream from now on. No more looking around. I think I've decided this will be my permanent repeat buy. So that's that one. The other one I want to talk about, I've actually used this up a while ago, but I just kind of didn't really do a video on this just to talk about this because I thought that would be just too short of a video. So it's the Chanel eyeliner, the Stylo U waterproof. It's the crayon eyeliner in the color Blue Abyss, which is number 82. It's got a use by after opening of 18 months, and no problem using this up within that time frame because why? It's so fragile that I broke it, and I think I did a short on this one. I think when I opened it, I dropped it on the floor, as you do. And then after that, what happens is there are multiple breaks that happen within the crayon that I didn't realize. So as I was using it and, you know, pushing up the product, it would just break apart. And so it didn't really last me that long, this one. So it was pretty wasteful. And as you can see, I can't get to the last bit of the product because it has broken off. You can see how it's not because I sharpened it, it just broke off horizontally. And I think that's the last break, and really I can't use it anymore. Love the color though, love the color, and really suitable for my skin tone, which is a winter skin tone. And you know, it doesn't smudge that easily, although I do have very oily eyelids, so eventually it does smudge. And on the one end you have the sharpener for the crown, which is pretty handy. Now, the amount of product in this one in the Chanel one is, if it doesn't break, and I've got this other one in here, which is exactly the same line but in a different color, vert emerald, in 46. Again, I just love the color ranges because I find them really works for my skin tone. It's a beautiful emerald jewel colored green, which is what works well for winter skin tone. True winter skin tone is the jewel color. So colors of the jewels. So this is color of the emerald. I love my gemstones, so perfect. So this one hasn't broken. So you can see here, pretty generous amount of product there. I better be careful. But yeah, as I said, it's very fragile. I find the formulation very fragile, which I guess is good for the eye because it means it's very soft when you apply it. And then I've got here for another comparison that I'm also using currently is the Dior Show Stylo in the color purple, which is 176. I don't know if there's, oh yeah, it's matte purple. That's the specific name of the color. So you can see here, yeah, that's the amount of the product. I think I opened this around the same time as the emerald green, so it's pretty similar, the amount of products. And as I said, I have started using them, opening and using them around the same time, so they look pretty similar. So maybe it's just by weight, I don't know. Yeah, I guess this one is definitely a lot more weighty with the weight of the actual pen, whereas the Chanel one feels lighter. I'll need to check the website properly again, and I'll post and I'll sort of do the information on my edit. Oh, I'll swatch the color here. Again, very beautiful purple. It's almost like an amethyst purple. So yeah, you see where I'm getting at. I do choose the colors that of the gemstones colors. And here the difference with the Dior one is you get a smudging applicator brush in case you want to smudge it out and use it as a bit like an eyeshadow, or you just want to sort of do a bit more of a tail end of the eyeliner. So yeah, I think in terms of formulation, I do find the Dior one actually stays on longer and better on my eyelid, my very oily Asian eyelid. So yeah, I think I will swing between Chanel and Dior, and I might even actually try using the liquid eyeliner as I gain a bit more confidence in applying eye makeup on my monolids, heavy eyelids, which may be a bit better in terms of smudge resistance. I don't know. But yeah, in terms of the crayon, the eyeliners, I do like both of them, and I don't find huge difference between the two, so it really depends on what colors are available at the time, because I do like to use more seasonal colors rather than just black, because I find black make my eyes a bit too harsh. So I do like to use more colors for my eyeliners, and because my eyeliners generally smudge by the end of the day, I find if it's of a color rather than black and brown, it just looks a bit better when it's smudged. So yeah, that's it from me today. I would say, you know, this is definitely a highly recommended product by myself, and this one, it's okay, just be careful not to drop it. And I will do more videos, I guess, not, you know, when I finish using this, if I have any changes to my opinions. I doubt it. and as well as the Dior one, I don't think I would, you know, have much of a change of opinions. But yeah, I will do another video next time. Please take care, consider subscribing to my channel, and always welcome your comments and feedback. Bye.